Welcome to another episode of Learn SWTOR. I am Diamond Dave, and today we are going to be learning about the item modification station and how to upgrade your items. Now, as you play the game, you might die a lot, especially if you're new, and that's okay. And if we look at the weapons that we have here, our item rating is really, really low. You will undoubtedly find different items and different pieces of armor and weapons throughout the game. Some are purple, some are green, some are blue. The really fancy ones, the legendary ones, are gold. Those are extremely rare to find. But as you play and level up, you may come to a point where the game is very challenging and you cannot progress. Fortunately, that's why this video exists, because I'm going to help you learn to modify and upgrade your kit. Now, as you can see, there is a different color of item that we have not discussed yet, and that is this. I think this is orange. We're going to call it orange for the sake of this, but these are going to be your best friends. These are upgradable armor, and in my case, blaster rifle. This is a flat weapon. You cannot upgrade this at all with the exception of augmentation kits, which we'll get into as well. Now, these pieces of armor you can either buy from the cartel market, or you can go to the Galactic Exchange either on the fleet or in your stronghold and buy armor sets or individual pieces of armor if you so desire. I like to just buy really cheap armor sets. There are some orange armor sets that go for like 10,000 to 500,000 credits. They don't need to be fancy, they just need to be upgradable for the sake of survival. Now, what do we do with these, right? Well, let's close out of this here, and as you play the game, you can either go to the fleet or the different planets will be on will have modification vendors. And these guys are where we're gonna buy the mods that we need to do the upgrade for our kit. This guy right here is I think this guy also sells it. Let's just double check here. This guy is, yeah, this guy on the fleet also sells adaptive armor. So this is another option if you want to come here and just get really cheap stuff. Captain Thenar is the Imperial side. I don't recall who the Republic side is, but he will be in the supplies section of the Republic fleet. So as we go, you will see that there are different level indicators. This guy sells for level 18. This guy sells for level 22, and we can tell that these guys, the armor you get for level 18, you have to be at least level 18 to get them, at least level 22, and so on and so forth. Different planets, as you may have discovered already, have different level requirements, so choose accordingly. Right. We can go over some stats here real quick. So when you select for your appropriate level, there is a lot, and I mean a lot of options. There are enhancements, there are mods, and there are armorings, and in my case, barrels, because I use a blaster rifle. You can mouse over these and pick and choose which ones you will need. Most armors require an enhancement, a mod, and an armoring. There are some types of armor, like belts, that I believe they don't have armoring, they just have mods and enhancements. But if we mouse over the different kinds of enhancements, this one gives us 6 endurance, which is health, 6 power, which is base damage increase, and plus 11 to critical ratings. So that's the likelihood of doing more damage. And I went to the attribute wiki on SWTOR. I copied and pasted a bunch of stuff. I cited the source, and that's all going to be in the description, so you can pick and choose which one of these you want. Are you a damage dealing character where you might want an adept enhancement? Or are you going to be running a character that's more excuse me, that is for the offense. Defense would be the higher health, resistive armoring, and damage absorption. Some characters use shield generators, and so the stats dealing with absorption and damage reduction are going to be extremely important to you. These are just some of the many options that you have, and you can also buy modifications on the Galactic Exchange. And as we walk down further to the right, we see we have bigger and better mods. If we go to the level 52, for instance, the Adept mod will give us 49 critical rating instead of the plus 11. And each orange piece, as we'll see here in a second, can hold multiple things. So for this character, we already got 336 gear ready to go, and we even have crystals for Blaster rifles. This crystal, if we mouse over it, will increase our critical rating, our damage, by plus 41. These can be bought on the Galactic Exchange. I think I paid like 500,000 or 600,000 credits for this. I don't remember off the top of my head. I bought it a couple hours ago. And this can go in our YV-25 Starforged Blaster Rifle, which I also bought on the Galactic Exchange, and this was like, I don't know, 20,000. These can be really cheap. This right here is Sovereign Executioner's Helmet. This is a very expensive type of armor. I decided to just buy it from the cartel market personally, just so I can look all fancy. You don't have to have really fancy armor that's expensive, and you certainly don't have to, you know, spend money on it either. And it even makes fun noises. Alright. So let's go over here. And this is an item modification station. These are the bread and butter of the game. You need these. These will be one of your best friends in the entire game. So first things first, this is how I like to do it. Let's just remove all of these things here. Let's remove all of these things like that. Alright, so our item rating just imploded, and I do apologize about there's a little bit of a tech issue, but that's okay, we'll just keep going. We will just keep on going. So how you use this is you right-click, and click here to show the items you may modify. You can either do a drop-down list, or... Did I not remove the belt? I don't think I removed the belt. I did not remove the belt. There we go. Alright. What I like to do is I like to have everything that I'm going to upgrade in my thing so I can right-click it and it'll show up over here to the left. Now, already we're seeing that there's a little arrow pointing up, a little green arrow. And that means whenever you see this, that means that that piece of armor or equipment is substantially better than what you have at that given time, right? So that could mean that it's got a different stat that you don't have, or it increases the stats that you do have, something to watch out for. Let's get into the modification here. So we're going to start with the helmet. We're going to right-click the helmet. And we see several options here. We can mouse over the armoring, and on the right side, everything goes dark except for the armor mods. We have, or the armoring, excuse me. We have the mods here. We have the enhancements that are lighting up here. Dye modules are not required. They don't do anything other than make you look pretty and just change the color scheme of your character, of your outfit. An augment kit will be used for augments that can be put in the augment slot. Keep in mind, since we don't have an augment kit in here, they will, this is going to be locked. You can buy augment kits from the Galactic Exchange for a few million credits a pop, or you can craft them. The best augmentation kit in the game is Mark 11, and I don't have any augments with me, but augments operate off of the same stats listed in the description down below. So, you know, you can augment your alacrity, your attack speed, your crit, your power, your mastery. Mastery is a general combat skill that's good for everybody to have a high amount of. And you put that in here. For the basics, armoring. You just go to the armor mod, right click, and it goes right in. Then we go to the mods, and we right-click a mod. Mouse over the enhancement to see where they are. Select the enhancement. And since we do have an augmentation kick, this one you do have to drag and drop. And now the augment is available. So I'm going to have to double check on the craftability of some augments, but you can buy these off of the Galactic Exchange. Keep in mind the higher level of the augment, the much more expensive it would be. But for the time being, this is a 336 helmet because all of these match. If these were different, then this would go down. But as of now, this is the best helmet I can get. Period. Alright, now let's go to our bracers. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I put them on. I put them on. So let's take them off here. There we go. Alright, so now with this screen open, once again, we mouse over armoring. Right click an armor, mouse over mod. There's a mod. We'll drag and drop an augmentation kit. And this one is done for the time being. Now we can just drag. I like to keep things separated so I know what I've already done. I like to keep my guys over here. These guys are done and ready to be augmented. We still have to do these. Next one is this. Armoring. Mod. Mouse over and enhancement. We'll follow it up with an augmentation kit. And that one's done. Next one is our weapon. Now, in this case, we don't have the armoring, right? This is not a piece of equipment. This is not a piece of armor, so there's no armoring. Instead, this is having a barrel. And I do not have a barrel. I thought I pulled it out, but we can go get it in a moment. In the meantime, this is done the same way. We'll just right-click a mod. We'll right-click an enhancement. Now, we see a couple new options here. Tuning. Tuning is a decorative flair for the gun that doesn't actually do any damage, it just makes it look cool. So if you have, say, the broken weapon tuning, it will just, part of the weapon will just spark. It's a pretty piece of flair only. Colored crystal, I decided to buy the eviscerating crystal. And for those of you who want to do more damage, you can choose whatever color you want. Just keep in mind, eviscerating is crit. And we'll get into, I think I will do a video on the different types of titles, like eviscerating, Hawkeye, etc. for the crystals at a later point. So that way you can just look at the name and know what it does. But that takes time and practice. Let's right click. This will permanently bind this to you. Proceed. This pop-up is telling me, once I put it in, I can no longer sell the crystal. If I take it out, it's mine forever. Which is fine. And then we'll add an augmentation kit. And we're still going to have to do the barrel for this one, so I'll just set this off to the side. Next one. Armoring. Mod, enhancement, augmentation kit. And these are gloves. I think I might be out of mods. I might have to go get one more mod. Whoopsie doodle. Armoring, mod and enhancement, followed up by an augmentation kit. We right click the boots. This is once you understand how to do the actual clicking about, it's actually pretty straightforward. You guys are intelligent people, and I have no doubt in my mind you've already memorized this and you are good to go. And the belt, yep, we're gonna go have to do some shenanigans to get a mod for this. It will not be at the full 336, I don't think, but that's okay. Augments. Look at this. All right, so these two we just need I need to do some character swapping to get these up, but this is the main point we want to get to today, guys. Right now, my item rating is 117. We don't do a lot of damage, no survivability. Once you do the upgrades and add the augments and we get the barrel in, we just turn all of these on, and already we go from, yeah, our damage has increased, our health is increased, everything is increased. The belt is at 168, which is at the half of the 336. The gun is at 224 because we're missing something. But we will be able to do substantially more damage just by modifying armor and the weapon alone. This should help you guys get back on track and back to smashing out the storyline. I have faith in each and every one of you that you can do this. More information on the stats and related info is down in the description. I want to take the time to thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions or want to throw in the comments anything I may have missed in this basic item mod tutorial of how to be more survivable in story mode, feel free to do so. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. You guys are amazing. And be kind, be courteous, be safe. I will see you in our next video. Goodbye for now.